Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Shadow Box Extra Tall Outdoor Wall Sconce. You can use this inside. It would be a beautiful fixture like at the end of a long hallway. I think it would be pretty cool. But it's really an outdoor sconce, and this is the 30-2608. Let's get into details about it. So the height on this is coming in at 45 inches, bottom of fixture to top of fixture. Width is 13. The depth from the wall coming out is coming out at 5.4 inches. The back plate on this is going to be 12.8 inches high by 4.9 inches wide. And the thing called the mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box, is coming in at 23 inches. So it's a good sized fixture. Coming in at 24 pounds. It's aluminum, so aluminum fixtures generally aren't that heavy, and it just hangs off a regular junction box. You know, I want to show you a little more information about that. How we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down. You're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open it up for me. The nice thing about that, it shows you a full parts list. It's going to show you the inside of this fixture, and a lot of people want to know how it looks like inside, but you can't see that in a video like this unless you look at those instructions. So it's going to be using two medium base sockets. They just use a regular medium base bulb that screws in just like that. And you're going to notice when you're looking at those drawings, one is facing down, one is facing up, and it's going to show you a lot of that good information, as well as there's a very thick piece of glass that's called a rain shield that's going to be on the top of the socket cluster. So take advantage of that, because it's always there on all of the Hubbardton Forge pages on our site, and I'd like to see you do that. Let's talk about what's going on with finish really quick. You're going to have two options on that pull-down menu. It's going to be choose a finish for your fixture, choose a finish for your accent, which is really the back plate. So on this fixture, a lot of people are going to do contrasting. You know, we'll probably do that in our showroom, and it could be like a darker finish for the back plate and a lighter finish for the frame, or you can reverse it. You can do the whole thing in one. A lot of people will do that too, but it allows you guys to be designers if you want to. Okay, so now let's move on to what's going on inside of this. It's going to be pretty important bulb wise. Like I said, medium base sockets, one down, one up. The recommended bulb on this that fits into it is called an A15. So these are commonly used in like garage door openers or fans, ceiling fans, that kind of stuff. It's a slightly smaller bulb than the one we grew up with. This is an A19, this is an A15. And you can use, well, let's get rid of this for a second. You can use incandescent or you can use LED in this. So these little guys generally as incandescents are going to max out at 60 watts out in the world. And that's the recommended wattage for this, for the max for incandescent. If you want to go LED, you know, it's really about what you can find in the marketplace as far as what comes out of an A15 bulb. I have generally seen these as 60 watt equivalents as well. So you're still talking 120 watt equivalent of light going all around this fixture. When we talk about the color of light, it's pretty important. So 2700 Kelvin is super yellow. That's going to be like a setting sun. Way on the other side of that is called daylight, which sounds warm, but it's not warm. That's a kind of cold hospital waiting room light. That's that overcast day, blue-white light you see outside. What we like to use in all of our fixtures is called warm white, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. So that's going to be just like the light coming down on my hands. This is 3000 Kelvin warm white, which is what we like to use. You can easily find these either white frosted, you can find them clear. These are called phosphorescent LEDs. These are probably the easiest you can find. You can find them at CVS, you can find them at your grocery store. I actually bought these yesterday at Ace Hardware. So if I can find that in Vermont, you can find it everywhere. You can also find them online. So going back to that warm white, so 3000 Kelvin, warm white. It's a dimmable fixture, so if you guys want to do incandescent, you can do a dimmer. You can put a dimmer on it. If you want to do LEDs, just make sure you use the correct LED dimmer on it. Some of you may be putting these around an outdoor pool or on a patio, and it is nice to have a dimmer, which usually is a switch inside the house that you can dim them down so you guys can hang around and just have, you know, coffee after dinner or that kind of thing with your friends and lower those lights down. They only use aircraft grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture, and they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Cool. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.